president make a verbal contract with the voters of America in which he said, I promise that you can keep your health insurance and your doctor? And they said, okay, and they ratified that with their votes.
Well, it's even worse than that, Chris.
Okay.
And first, thank you for having me here. It's always a pleasure to work with you and to be on your fine show. Not only did they ratify it with their votes, but many of them ratified it with their efforts to get the insurance.
Yeah.
So they did what lawyers called relied to their detriment. They eschewed other opportunities in order to follow the president's promise.
Right.
Second observation, worse than making a promise and not keeping it is making a promise that cannot be kept.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the White House knew that. So is this promise and is the detrimental reliance legally enforceable? Unfortunately, it is not. Now, as we know, if we lie to the government, we can go to jail. Ask
Right.
Martha Stewart.
Right.
That lie took place in an offhanded conversation with an FBI agent. It was not in a courtroom. It was not under oath. It was not perjury. It was not in front of Congress like Roger Clemens.
Right.
But the Supreme Court has ruled over and over and over again the government can lie to us. The remedy is not legal. It is political.
Oh.
Correct. Now, in this case, he can't be unelected. He's not likely to be impeached over this lie. But what will happen to him? And you're better at analyzing this than most people I know, certainly better than I. Democrats who supported him, who relied on that promise, and who have to face the electorate will flee from him. And his last 3 years in office will be very difficult for him because they'll have great difficulty governing because people won't believe him when he says things.
All right. Now, the political reality there does hinge a little bit upon definitions here. There is a definitional question, which is, and what the president is trying to focus on is, so first they tried, it's a broken promise. We broke our promise to try. Then they said, basically, we changed our promise and didn't tell you.
Well, that's inconceivable.
That's inconceivable.
Is that going to be accepted as honest?
Well, and then there is what appears to be the truth, which is, as I wrote the other day, it's not a promise if you never meant to keep it. It's something else. It's a false taking.
You know, as our colleague Megyn Kelly so effectively pointed out earlier this week, when you make a statement and you end it with the word period, and you say period.
Right. It means period.
It means that which precedes the period is the absolute truth. Take it to the bank.
Yeah.
And the president did that countless times, period. So, I mean, there's really no way for him to get around it. What politician is going to admit that he lied?
But at a certain point, you have to say there has to be enough of a acknowledge, even a tacit, just from a rank political term, to move beyond something. At a certain point, you have to say, okay, I fudged. I'm sorry. They are resisting this in every way possible.
And Jay Carney, who many of us know from his prior life when he was a journalist, is seriously losing credibility. Not only might Mrs. Sebelius go, he might go because he was utterly without belief the other day.
If anybody in Washington would like to lose their job, it is Jay Carney. Trust me, if anybody
he'd
would
be happy to go.
If anybody's like a pink slip, it is Jay Carney, who basically has lived his life in a dunking booth for the last 6 months. Judge, the internet is wise. The internet is very wise. Billy Buck wants to know, hey, yeah, who is the one that actually decides upon whom, Billy, the NSA spies upon, and for what information are they seeking? Billy must know that you have a column.
What I'm writing about.
No, maybe Billy is with the NSA and is in your email. He knows what your column tomorrow is.
Billy, as far as we know, the NSA decides, and the NSA goes to this super secret FISA court, which I have argued isn't even a court,
right,
because there's no case or controversy, there's no adversariness, it's just a judge performing a clerical function, and they always say yes.
Yeah. So show a little ankle here. What are we going to read tomorrow at FoxNews.com opinion?
We're going to read that the NSA has many clients. One of its clients is the President of the United States personally.
Yeah.
And the President likes to know when people come to the Oval Office, what are they going to ask me?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what's on their mind? So they actually gave him talking points from Ban Ki-moon, the Secretary General of the United Nations. So the President knew before he met Secretary General Moon what the Secretary General was going to ask for. Guess who some of their other clients are?
Who?
The FBI, the Justice Department, the IRS, and Homeland Security.
Okay, well, Internet, if you don't have the willies yet, just make sure that you come back tomorrow and you read the judge's ruling. It'll be in Fox News First. It will be at Fox News Opinion. It will be excellent. I know because I already read it. I already saw it. But Judge, we thank you so much for making
Always
time.
a pleasure. Sorry I'm here on Wednesday, but it's
no, we
great to be
appreciate
with you.
you were here on the right day to steer us through as we tried to talk about legal issues. We appreciate that, Judge. We thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.